accepting defeat, cause I always grind for my keep. You see that smile on my face, but don't know the pain I made. So y'all know how we rocking. It's another episode of Black Alliance. This is content from Kings and our queens here. This is a segment, man, that me and my brother and Ray, we discussed a while back as far as kind of integrating something different, something, that adds to the culture. So, we want to do something called Love and Alliance. It's catchy, I know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? We want to do that, but no, this is something real big. I think it's very, very important for the culture where we can kind of bridge that gap between Black love, though it is getting better, or at least from my perspective, I think Black love is getting better. It's on the rise. So that's why I feel it's very important for us to have this. And we are so lucky and blessed to have these Black queens on the show with us today. Please, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I am Elandria.
And I'm Akia.
And our podcast is Friends with Influence.
There we go.
Goodbye.
So y'all already know, man. Check them out. I did catch one of y'all episodes, and I'm gonna get into that a little later. but no, again, man, we're very blessed to have these queens on the show. And again, this is something we've been wanting to do for a while. So we definitely gonna kick off this next episode with this, and hope y'all enjoy it.
And I'm piggyback off what Hakeem said. Love and Alliance, bridging the gap together. Shining a light on different perspectives on what Black love is, what it's supposed to look like, different opinions, different perspectives. And also, we all from the same place. For the viewers who don't know, we all from the same place. And, we both have a podcast out speaking to the culture, what we're going through and what we are facing day to day, what I'm saying? So it's real big for us to come together and promote this episode and come together and do this episode, not just for the Love and Alliance, but just by us coming together, being from the hometown,
Facts.
And coming together and supporting one another. So like their followers, their viewers going to watch us and the same, in return. So it's just big, seeing Black people coming together, it's an age difference. So what our perspective and our perception is on things, they have a different perception in their era. So it's just good to have this going on, man. I just want to appreciate y'all ladies for coming and taking time out to be on the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
For sure. Yeah, man. And in every episode, we always kick it off on, how you living, how you feeling today, your mental health, because that's very important to us, especially as, Black culture, because we suffer from it the most. So we always start every episode on how you living. So, how y'all living today?
I love that because we have that on our podcast too. It just helps a lot whenever like your week is like just super busy. But I've been good. Like I say this past week has been like kind of rough for me, but I've been good. I say my mental on a scale of 1 to 10, because that's what we do on Friends with Influence. Okay. Not trying to do that, but it's just easier. It's like a habit. But
I feel you.
My mental, I would give myself like a 9 this week for sure. Yeah, I've been good.
That's good.
Life's been good.
Okay. What about you, Miss Kia?
I've been good as well. I feel like life's been happening pretty fast, but at the same time, I feel like I'm super blessed. Like every day I wake up, I'm like, oh, it's another opportunity to get it done.
Fact.
Podcast has been doing really good lately. Like it's been moving at a fast pace. So like I feel like my prayers are being answered. So this week I feel like I'm 8.5.
That's what's up, man.
1 to 10, 8.5.
Good stuff.
How you living, Hakeem?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Me and the family, we kind of been house hunting, and so that's kind of been keeping me busy. And then, of course, I've been hella busy with the with the landscaping company. So, but all in all, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're in a new year, so I'm definitely blessed to be here. Because just like we talked about in the last episode, a lot of people didn't make it. Excuse me, but I'm good, bro. I can't complain. How you holding?
I can say I'm real, real good, man. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
To piggyback off her scale, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to, good times, you know what I'm saying? But like going through bad times and trials and tribulations, that defines character.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Perseverance. So like being able to have the same joy, being able to have the same mindset as I am when I'm happy, being able to have the same mindset when I'm going through any type of difficulties or situations. Being on the fast, you know what I'm saying? So giving up some things that I really do enjoy, you know what I'm saying, just to obtain in life, and also just trying to better myself. So it's just been a journey. Been learning a lot, you know what I'm saying, taking time out to read, research on a lot of things. It's just like been reading the Bible a lot lately and just kind of referring it, you know what I mean, like the Bible just relates to day-to-day basis what we kind of go through in life. So it just helped me get through and go throughout my day. Like I said on the past podcast episode, like I don't look like, okay, get through the week, you know what I'm saying, get through the month. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just trying to get through the day or the moment, you know what I'm saying? At work, you know, I work 10-hour shifts, so I kind of break that down in increments, you know what I'm saying? Even for my day, you know what I'm saying? Breaking the day down the next 2-3 hours, just, you know what I'm saying? Living in the moment and just trying to live up to the max, you know, live life to the most of its opportunity.
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's real. Okay. Well, I'm definitely glad to hear everybody, you know, is in good standings right now. You know, that's always a positive, man. So we finna jump right into it. You know, again, this is Love and Alliance, so we finna get real on the show.
Yeah, transparent, you know, tough conversations.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so, you know, just to top it off or just start off like, you know, what is black love in y'all's opinion?
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like? What is it? How does it feel?
I feel like for me, growing up, I experienced black love between my mom and my dad. We talked about this on like a podcast episode last night that we did. I feel like it's so surreal, but like you know that we need it in a black culture because when you don't have it, you see how divided we are. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So like my parents separated when I was in 2nd grade. And then they divorced when I was in like 10th.
Okay.
So like when my daddy left the house, you could feel like it was a difference. Like it was a total shift that I wasn't used to because I was used to seeing like my mom and my daddy together all the time. But the one thing I can say is like I commend my mama for like walking away because she wasn't happy. But I also commend them for like not putting us in the mix and also like still loving each other despite everything they've been through. They still had like a solid friendship in the foundation. So I feel like when it comes down to it, black love is, I think it's like something that you have to, it's a work, it's a lot of work, but also it's like undescribable. Like just because the relationship doesn't work doesn't mean love can't still exist. Because I never heard my mama like bash my daddy or like talk down on my daddy or vice versa. Like I never heard my daddy like do that to my mama. So I always like respect their relationship. And I feel like that's a perfect example of like black love.
That's what's up.
From my perspective.
Love that answer. Okay.
To me, I feel like it's a beautiful thing, definitely, but it's hard to just say like what it is when you really don't have like a good example of it. Like I grew up in a household where my mama was married or whatever, but I used to have like a different perspective on love because I used to not so much pay attention to the good all the time, but like the bad, it'll just like make me feel like I don't really want to have to deal with that. But to me, I just feel like you have to make a lot of sacrifices. It's a beautiful thing, like loyalty, honesty, no matter what. Like you always have to, when you genuinely love a person, you have to like the good should outweigh the bad. To me, like love, I don't know, like love is a very beautiful thing to me, but it does come with a lot of sacrifices in order to like make something work. But like he was saying, no matter what, if the relationship doesn't work, if you genuinely love a person, like the love should always be there.
True. Nah, man, and I couldn't agree more. I love both of those answers, man, because again, that's a great example because you're able to give it from your perspective of having, you know, that parent in the household, and then, you know, you're able to still, you know, also give, you know, your example and how it is for you. So I think that's dope. For me, man, with black love, man, it symbolizes strength, power, and loyalty. Like, you know, I grew up in a household as well. You know, both of my parents, they've been married for almost 30 years. So, you know, I was able to, you know, I never had to ask where my dad was. You know, he was always there. You know, my mom, they both, you know, great team, you know, and they were able to kind of do it together. You know, they've been able to create businesses as well together, you know, over the years. And so I think, man, just, you know, black love to me is just, you know, power, that loyalty, man. And I think it's deep, you know, especially when it is real and genuine. So I think that, you know, that's what it means to me.
Okay. I'm going to piggyback off of all three of y'all because I don't know if Akia said anything about loyalty. Maybe she did, maybe you didn't, but both of y'all said something about loyalty. And we kind of tend to only be loyal to people by us being in the relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should always be loyal to an individual, regardless, like you said, if the relationship does or doesn't work. Just like you said, like with love. So loyalty and love, to me, hands in hand. Like, okay, we don't be friends no more, but it still should be a certain amount of loyalty I have for you as a person as prior to our friendship. You know what I'm saying? or any relationship that you have, co-parenting, you know what I'm saying, even though we're not together anymore, you know, we still should have a level of respect for one another, loyalty to one another, and love just due to the fact that we have a kid together. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, your mom never bashed your dad, you know, so they still had a good friendship, you know, that's real critical and a pinnacle point, because we need to see that, you know, so just because something don't work, kids need to see that and understand that as well. Like, okay, you know, normally parents, we have a divorce, or your parents have a divorce, they break up or whatever, it's kind of traumatizing. But I feel like traumatizing being on a bad terms and in the relationship or divorce, like fighting and fussing, versus ending on good terms, still maintaining a relationship, still coming around, you know, and just showing that kid like there's peace amongst y'all, because kids know, you know what I'm saying, when the children's senses are times 10, especially from the ages 1 to 4, when communication is not at its highest peak. But just being able to show that. So love, black love to me, you know, should definitely loyalty. It should be joyful, you know, genuine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you genuinely care about somebody, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're not in a relationship, if y'all have a relationship period, a bond, you know, you just want to care about their well-being. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're happy, sad. So, you know, just being genuine, love, you know, it's not painful. It's not hurtful. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that you're like, oh, I don't want to be in love. Like, you shouldn't say that, because love is a joyful thing. You know, it feels good to be loved. You know, everybody needs love and want to be loved at the same time. So that's what black love is to me.
And again, you know, same thing what Kid was saying. You know, it is important for kids, and you too. It's important for kids to see that, because one thing I've always preached, you know, throughout the entirety of this show is, you know, a father. And I'm speaking from a father. I think a father is extremely important and pivotal in a young boy's life, because again, that's going to be his first hero. That's the person that he's going to look up to first out of anybody. And then even as, you know, from a daughter's perspective, that's the first person she falls in love with. You know what I'm saying? That's the person that she's going to learn from. Okay, this is how a man is supposed to treat me. You know, and what they do is they look at, you know, how that man treats their mother, and how that mother treats their father. So they know, okay, this is how a relationship, this is how marriage is supposed to be.
And vice versa.
So I think,
And as, you know, as far as men goes, you know, we love our moms, you know what I'm saying? So the saying is, you know, you want to find a woman that resembles your mother's love, or your grandmother's love, whatever the case may be. Just depends on what type of woman you're looking for, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, your mother, you know, teaching you small things, open the door for women, how to treat a woman, you know, being nice, dinners and dates like that, you know what I mean? So in a sense, we're looking for a woman in the resemblance of our mother, you know, cook, clean, the type of love that she can give, that she gave to us, that, you know, that future you can give the same love to our kids, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's like we both looking for the same thing in different people as far as man and woman.
Yeah, that's facts, man.
I love that you said that, because we always talk about how important it is to have. I feel like it's important, like you said, to have a guy to have his father, but it's also important for like a female to have her father, and for him to be active, because I feel like when you don't have that love, you go looking for it in all the wrong places.
True. That's true.
And then you form an opinion, you know, of what a man's supposed to be, what a man's supposed to do. And same for us, you know what I'm saying? Not simply saying like our mothers, is more, you know, men not being there for their daughters than it is, you know, mothers not being there for their sons. So it's like, even for us though, without having fathers, you know, you don't know how to treat a lady, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're supposed to say, you're supposed to do. You just kind of go off whatever man was in your mom's life, how they treated your mother. Or you would know that you wouldn't want, you know, a man to treat your mother or your sister that way. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know, nobody talked to me about anything, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. So it's just, I went through life through experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain age, I wasn't thinking about nobody else's feelings or how it affect them, you know what I'm saying? But at this age now, like everything I do, I'm gonna be better. Okay, I'm gonna think about this person's mental, how this is gonna affect them, you know what I'm saying? Because you know better, you do better. You're not having that same mindset as you were when you were younger. You just talking to different women and not giving them care about their feelings.
Yeah.
I think that's like the tough part about it, is because everybody grew up differently. So it's like in one household you could be taught this is what love and loyalty is, and then somebody can have their own definition of it, and then y'all get together, or like you meet somebody and it's like y'all have two different perspectives on what love and loyalty is, and it's like you may feel like you're not wrong, or this person may feel like they're right. It's just because that's what you were taught. So that's kind of like the tough part about it.
Just coming to a head, compromising, You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing in marriage relationships anyway, being able to agree to disagree and come to a head, compromising whether each party wins or loses, or you was right and I was wrong, is what's best for the situation. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like when you kind of get out your body or get out your feelings and get out of your, yourself or being in your ways, you looking at it from another person's perspective, then it's kind of easy to make a decision because I'm me, you know what I'm saying, and you guys you. So, however, whatever you went through, whatever your perspective is on things, it's gonna be different. But if I tell you where I'm coming from as well and why, it's easy. But like, oh, okay, now I see it. Versus, so now how can we help the situation? You know what I'm saying, give or take. What's gonna help this situation? Not neither for you, not neither for me, but for us as a whole. So I'd rather protect us as a whole than your individual pride, my individual pride. You get what I'm saying? So if we're together, we can agree on something.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Versus you feeling like, oh, okay, I'm right. Hey, me, I told her I was like, let's protect us versus our individual selves.
Do y'all think that's like a difference now in like our generation and the older generation? Like, I feel like in the older generation, they were more willing to compromise. Like, they were willing to like put their pride to the side and come to an agreement on like what love was. Now today, like, we all got our like own different perspectives of what love is and what loyalty looks like, and we're not really willing to like come to a single agreement. And I feel like that's probably why love looks like what it looks like today in this generation.
And I was gonna hit on that because a lot of people don't realize.
She asked a question.
Huh?
She asked a question.
I'm finna answer.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I was just finna hit on that though. Like, look, he jumping the gun. But nah, like for real, I was just gonna hit on that because, from people born in 81 up until about 96, they're not getting married at the same rate as, our parents and grandparents were. So I think personally where the disconnect is, and this is just how I look at it, man, like, kids are being raised different, just like what you was hitting on, Peaches. Like, kids are being raised and conditioned differently than how, our parents and grandparents were raised, because even if you go back, my grandma and granddaddy had 12 kids. My granddaddy was still there. But nowadays, man, you ain't finna find no dude. You ain't really. It's gonna be hard to find that. Who's gonna be really sticking around because again, they're raised in households where dads are leaving. Mothers are having to stress and do everything, be the mother and the father. So it's putting more on them to where they're not able to necessarily relate to their kids more or connect with them more because they just don't have the time. And again, I think that's where the disconnect is personally, and not even to mention, social media. That's in my opinion, that's one of the biggest issues in black love or love period. Any race. I think that's what the issue is.
With me, and it's crazy, most people would think, by age, it's nothing but a number because you can be 45, 50 years old, have a mindset of an 18-year-old. So I just really think like being grown as a person, like growth, also knowing yourself, because it's a difference from being 25, it's different from being 50. You know what I'm saying? Our mindset was different when we was 18 to 25. Like each year we get older, your mindset should change. I feel like what we really want in life, you get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people you're not gonna be together just to be together. You're gonna want some type of love, loyalty, but like everybody doesn't practice that. Like you said earlier, it's a job. You get what I'm saying? So at the same time, you got to practice on being a good father, being a good mate. The same energy that you was doing, putting into it before to continue. Also, help each other out. You get what I'm saying? Back then, our grandparents, grandmothers, maybe our mothers, it was just different level of respect when it came down to men. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to lie. Our grandparents, multiple women probably, you know what I'm saying? And people still protect their career because at the end of the day, not even just my grandparents, but just people that I've talked to, cheating was not like a norm, but I'm not going to say it was accepted either, but at the same time, it was looked at like, okay, it is what it is. At the same time, people were worrying about their families, keeping their family together and still being, so the level of respect for a man was different. You get what I'm saying? Versus now, women not really giving us the respect that we may need or deserve. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not feel like nobody should settle. You get what I'm saying? Even though we doing wrong or, just help each other out and communicating. So whatever a man may lack at that you may want, help him out until, the end result is that them leaving or them not being together. Vice versa. If a woman's lacking something, help her out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a job. You know what I'm saying? Opposites attract. It's gonna be times where it's gonna be times where things are going bad. You know what I'm saying? But based on the foundation y'all built, oh yeah, okay, like I can help you in this area, maybe this. Just listen, take your time out, listen. So basically, I kind of feel like as a person, I don't really want to do like gentrification or errors, but you know what I mean, kind of people was way more mature back in the day than they are now, in a sense. Doing based on the responsibilities that they had to hold, you know what I'm saying? Back then, life was cheaper, so the man had to take care of everything at the crib, at the wife at the crib, taking care. She ain't working, taking care of the family. You know.
What you think, Miss Peaches?
I do feel like, I guess the households were different then and social media. I was just saying that on our last episode, that social media definitely plays a big part in it. But things have just changed a lot. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, just to kind of piggyback off of bruh, like, you know, back then, you know, men were still, you know, doing what they were doing, but it just wasn't exploited. You know, there was no way for it to be exploited. You know, and now
No cameras.
yeah, and no cell phones, no social media, none of that. So I think
Don't
now,
justify it though.
No, I ain't doing that at all.
Okay.
I mean, no, but it's the truth though.
Yeah,
That's why it wasn't a big thing, you know.
Men were getting caught with makeup on their clothes.
Yeah.
Smelling like another woman versus, I'm coming to you, woman to woman text.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Now,
saying?
man, you got DMs now. You got you can comment now and all that stuff. So it's just easier to exploit. And this is something that I've always felt, you know, since, you know, the civil rights movement, since MLK died, you know, the main goal was to basically destroy the character and the image of the black man. And by doing that, you know, the media's job is to basically make, you know, the black man look unattractive to the woman. You know, that's been their job since MLK died, because they saw how powerful we were when we were a unit, when we were a people. So I think that's always kind of been their main objective, and it's working. It's working because you see it every day. You know, men bashing women, women bashing men. It's always like it's a competition. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being, hey, how can I help you, black woman? How can I help you, black man? Is, oh, nah, man, he ain't good enough for me if he ain't making 6 figures, or she ain't good enough for me if she ain't doing this or doing that. When it's like, bro, why don't we want to be a team anymore?
Yeah.
And what reality are you really living in?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because like me and you had a conversation on the phone, like, and what reality, like, who's on the regular making 6 figures, you know what I mean? So that's like also having high expectations and non-realistic expectations, because you can go your whole life wanting a perfect individual. And somebody mentioned this to me, like, the reason why I'm not in a relationship with her, and I'm thinking about maybe the perfect person maybe doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? You can be in your head thinking you want this type of person, but maybe it doesn't exist. Like, maybe this is a perfect person. You get what I'm saying? But nobody's perfect. You know, so therefore, whatever flaws anyone has, you take them, accept them, and like you say, how can I help you, black queen? How can I help you, black king? You get what I'm saying? Because nobody's perfect. Everybody has different trauma. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, build with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep me down. You know, we only held accountable for what we know, what we've learned.
True.
So if I haven't learned X, Y, Z, or practice these things, like, from an infant, toddler, kid, teenager, young adult, to now, don't hold me to that. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna hold you to that expectation if ain't no way you practice it, you know, rehearsed it or anything like that. So I feel like, you know, at the same time, it just comes with compromising and helping.
Yeah.
That falls back on like being understanding. Some people are just not understanding individuals. It's just like, okay, I want this in a person. If you don't have it, then I don't want you. Like, you know, some people can have like all of the traits that you want, but there's something that they just don't know. It's like, are you willing to teach them, or is it just like, okay, whatever? Because people who didn't grow up in households and like they were taught like how you're supposed to love or what love is, they are still deserving of love as well. So
Facts.
it's like, yeah. But like you said, what reality are you living in? Some people, we just talked about that on the podcast too. Like, some people don't know how to differentiate like the social media world and real world. They get off their phones and they're still like in
Stuck
that.
in it. It's crazy, man. And I'm glad you say that because like me and my wife, for example, I grew up in a 2-parent household. She didn't. So, when me and her got together, it was things that we had to like really, really discuss and compromise, just like what you were saying, bro. Like we had to, figure things out. But once we did, it made us better as a unit. And now, we've come out stronger, of course. So I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Because everybody wants love, everybody wants loyalty, nobody wants to get played, cheated on, or the bad things that comes with, being in a relationship. So I feel like if you have two people that's really true and genuine on that type of timing, like why wouldn't you give yourself up and possibly have an opportunity to obtain that? To obtain real love, to obtain a friendship, to obtain something that's genuine, versus being standoffish. I kind of feel like us as black people, I don't want to, we always feel like we're going to have one on to the side. You get what I'm saying? Male or female, not putting all your eggs in one basket, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like even then, it's kind of like, it's like a gift and a curse. Like, damn, if you do, you don't. You know what I mean? But I feel like you just learn from that list. You just learn from that situation. If you do put all your eggs in one basket, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like by you not doing that, you still having feelings on to somebody else. So you're not even giving yourself 100% to that other individual. So it's like from the jump, you fucked anyway. Y'all doomed anyway. Just because you don't know that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm talking to somebody, or you don't know that he's talking to somebody. But like, it's going to come a time where, and your body and you act, your body gonna react. So if you see somebody, you're not happy to see him, or you be in the mood because the other person on your mind is real. Like people gonna tell, and you wonder why we're not happy, why you don't love me or whatever. Because whole time somebody straddling the fence. So it's gonna eventually fuck up the relationship, the situation that y'all in. So I feel like just people like scared to just give themselves, not submitting. You know what I'm saying? But just giving a chance.
Bro, that's deep. That's deep though. And you're right, bro. Like it's hard for people to, and we've talked about this before. It's hard for people to commit because of some of the things that we've talked about, right? Like, again, social media plays a factor into that. Not being honest and truthful in your relationship to start with. I think that's one thing that we not even just we as a culture, but I think people in general nowadays, everybody goes into a relationship with unmet needs. And instead of necessarily communicating that effectively, they just sit there, and they just wait for things to get better or for things to change. And, one thing is like, bro, you can't change nobody. You can't make nobody change. You have to either accept that person for what they are or be honest with them and move on to the next. And like you said, everybody want this person, but they want somebody on the side too. And we talked about this on the episode before where it was like, what keeps a man from cheating? What keeps a black man from cheating? And, one of the things with me, bro, it's like, if I'm with somebody and I know I love them and I know I'm committed to them, why risk forever for a possibility? I don't know what I'm getting from this other girl. I know she look good. I know she might have a good talk game. I don't know how she is financially. I don't know how she is mentally. I don't know how she is sexually. You know what I'm saying? Just because you look good, that don't mean she can do nothing. So it's like, why risk forever for a possibility? It's like, you got to be honest with yourself, man. And another thing, bro, like I've talked to my brother about this, and this is something that I don't even think we realize or think when we get into a serious relationship is one of the ways to build wealth is through a relationship. Because guess what? Now it ain't just you no more. It's two people. So now y'all able to build together. If I'm making, $50K a year, she making $50K a year. That's $100K a year now. Now we combine bills. Hey, now we got more money we can save. We can put up for the future. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money market account. Let's get this Roth account. You know what I'm saying? Let's build it.
But it's not looked at that way. It's gonna be
people don't think about it.
It's gonna be looked at. What can he pay this bill? Can he pay that bill? Exactly. That's the expectation of a man. And I kind of know, like, whether you dealing with a woman, whether y'all dating, casually having sex, it's like that's money or what you bring to the table is an expectation.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can casually be having sex with somebody, eventually a bill need paid, hungry. Something. I'm just hungry. It's something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't getting no fucking with just on strength. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, a bill gonna get paid or whatever. So like you say, you have to be real with yourself. So what if two parties come together? You know, I feel like it's big in a relationship. Like if y'all gonna take it to the next level, because these are the like non-negotiables, things that you expect. You know what I'm saying? Things you don't expect. And like, what if I'm not able to meet your expectations? You know what I'm saying? Also, when it comes to merging households, you know what I'm saying? Like bills, you know, and financial is real big on like divorce, reasons why divorce happen or people break up. So if I'm taking from my establishment to add to yours, you know what I'm saying? Like, where we gonna be?
That's real.
Or what if I'm not able to meet, you know, paying a bill or a couple of bills or whatever? Like, are we done? You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm not able to, you know what I'm saying? Or how do we come together and just be a power couple and make both things happen?
I think it's more so like a conversation, because the question would then be like, why, if you were able to, like, if you started and you were able to, you know, take care of these bills, and this is what you said that you wanted to do, like you took on that responsibility, as long as you're not out blowing money on some unrealistic stuff and you fall short, I feel like you're supposed to have somebody there to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? That's if that was our agreement from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you agree, like, if you like, okay, I want to pay all the bills, you know, like, that's what I want to do, like, as a man. Like, not saying, because I believe in 50-50, but, you know, if you say, like, okay, I want to pay all the bills, but then you fall short, as long as it's, like, I think a valuable reason why you're falling short, like, you're not out here gambling and just throwing away money for like no reason. I feel like as a black woman, you should always be there to like pick your man up. Like,
Yeah, because if you can't, and it's just like, okay, your man, he falls short, and it's just like, oh, you're not understanding of, like, say, like you saying, like, it could be a situation of, you know, like, he may have gotten sick, or it's just like money is just low. If you're not understanding and you're just like, oh, I don't want to be with you if you can't handle it, I feel like that falls back on character, or like, why are you really with the person? Are you with them for them to take care of you, or is it just like a genuine relationship?
Facts.
So like, just dating, when y'all dating guys, are there any expectations that y'all have?
no, because I feel like when you set expectations, then and they don't, no,
That
because when
leads
you
to
set
disappointment.
expectations, I feel like you setting yourself up. I think I go into everything like open-minded, and I allow somebody to present themselves to me, because like, if you have this expectation, because you know, like, sometimes you talk to people and like they seem to be one thing on like social media, but they like a completely different person, you know. So I feel like when I used to have expectations, nobody like ever really met them for real. I feel like I was selling myself short. So no, I'm gonna allow you to present to me who you are. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do that.
So birthdays, holidays, special occasions when y'all dating, is that celebrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not materialistic.
Yeah, me
all.
either, because
I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, you got to buy me this, because I feel like I grew up kind of spoiled. Like, I got what I wanted, but my parents like instilled in me like, you gotta work for stuff you want, and my mama never depend on nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like, obviously, if we're together, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna buy you stuff, because I'm big on stuff like that, like birthdays and stuff like that. But if you don't have the money to get me something, I'm not gonna hold it over your head, because
What?
this is
yeah,
Dang.
I've been that way too. Like, growing up, you gonna have a good birthday, you may have a bad one. Like, it's just about being happy that day. So just like using birthdays for example, I feel like I'm big on birthdays, but I don't really care about materialistic stuff.
I feel like I'm gonna make sure I have a
blowing
good
me
time.
away, boy. Because
No, because like Valentine's
for
Day coming
real.
up, so it's just
Oh
like,
no, we finna get into that. We
lot
ain't said
of-
nothing yet.
oh.
We finna get into that. But I'm super glad to hear y'all say that, because again, just like Bruh said in the beginning of the beginning to start the episode, you know, we ain't that much older than y'all, but we older than y'all. So it's like y'all are kind of giving us the viewpoint from, you know, a younger generation a little bit, and you know, just to hear y'all say that, it kind of gives me, you know, hope for my kids coming up. Yeah, I know my kids are kids, but you know, but basically what I'm saying is, because I used to always tell people, man, by the time my kids are of age to date and get married, man, I think marriage is going to be a thing of the past, because you know, we're at a point now where surprisingly, men want to get married still, but women don't want to get married as much these days. And I read a statistic. I forgot what the percentage was, but it was like men still want to get married. They still want to have kids, but women don't. Women don't want to have kids, and they don't want to get married anymore. So I've always said, like, man, by the time my kids get old, brother, marriage is gonna be a thing of the past. So just to hear y'all say that, that you're not materialistic, that you still look for these things, that's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but why do you think women don't want to get married as much?
It's just a bad outlook. Like everybody's mindsets is like, I always fall back on social media. Like social media has our generation messed up so bad. That's why I was gonna say, like, me and Kia, I know for a fact we are not very materialistic people. Like, but people in our generation, that's what the relationship is based upon. Like, what can you do for me? What can I do for you? What can I post on Instagram or stuff like that? So,
and it's like behind closed doors, they not even happy, but they want to post to make everybody feel like, oh, I'm having, like, he give me this, he done bought me a new car, but behind closed doors, he beating you down. Like, I feel like it's just unrealistic expectations. So, yeah, you don't want to be married to that, you know what I'm saying? You just want to prove a point, and if they are getting married, a lot of times they're not happy, and then you get in a marriage and you scared to leave. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe because the idea of love now is like unrealistic.
So let me ask y'all this. Just a quick question. If you're in a relationship or, if y'all plan to get married someday, do you believe in keeping y'all's business in the house, or do y'all run to your friends or family members like, hey, this is what we got going on in the relationship? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about that?
Me, I used to be a very open person. I have not been in a adult relationship. So the high school peaches, yeah, I'm going to tell my friends stuff, but me now, it's like, nah. That marriage, that's different. Like, no, it's in the household. Nobody really needs to know anything.
I'm glad to hear you say that, for real.
Agreed. Elandria would tell you, like, I'm a super private person, and I'm the type of person, like, I will bottle stuff up, or I will, like, write it before I even tell anybody. Like, stuff can happen to me and I don't speak on it until, like, months and months later, and then Elandria would be like, why you ain't ever say nothing? It's just like, that's kind of like how I deal with my problems. Like, I don't feel like people can help me. Like, my friends can't help me with everything. I will go pray, get on my knees, ask God, like, God, what do I need to do? Guide me, because I'm losing myself. That's the type of person I am. Like, I'm gonna pray before I do anything.
Well, that's real, but viewers, man, hey, follow these young ladies, man, please, man. So y'all can learn something. for real, because it's just different, man. Like, I'm super excited to hear y'all say that, man, because I believe in the same. Me and my wife, we've been together 4 years, been married for 1, and people look at us and they're like, man, y'all have the perfect relationship. Little do they know, we've had issues, but we don't run to social media. We don't run to our parents. We don't run to friends or our brothers and sisters, man. We keep it in house. You know what I'm saying? We pray about it, and that's one thing about me and my wife. We'll pray about stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the only people that can fix it is us. How somebody outside gonna help us with us? They don't live here. They ain't sleeping with us. So you know what I'm saying? How is that gonna help, man? So I'm super glad to hear y'all say that, for real.
That's why I also feel like God has to be a top priority when it comes to a black relationship, because it's like, what are you gonna turn to when we are having problems in our relationship? Are you gonna go, like, to your family? Are you gonna go to another female? Or are you gonna get on your knees and pray, like, within our household? So that's why I feel like God has to be, like, a number one, because anybody that has a good relationship with God knows, like, that's who you turn to first.
Facts.
I agree. Private life, happy life. God definitely must be present in the relationship and the situation, because even when times get hard, things that y'all may not be able to control or handle, like a family a family that prays together stays together. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're human beings. Of course, we want validation. Of course, we want to be able to turn to a friend, brother, relative. But you know who genuine people are in your life, and it's maybe 1 or 2 individuals that are that genuine and that will hold your information. You know what I'm saying? Also, speaking to someone that's in the same situation, like, if you're married, you need to be speaking to someone that's married, not somebody that's single, having emotion with different women, vice versa. Like,
True.
Because people envy, you know what I'm saying? Friends envy, family envy, you know what I'm saying? Your single girlfriend, your single homeboy, nah, man, she tripping, bro. She fuck with somebody else on the side, giving you feeling thing. It ain't even that deep, but you know, the mind is a danger. It's dangerous. So especially you being inside your head, you thinking about things that's not even true, and vice versa. So you have to just really sit back and think, okay, you can't listen to somebody, even though you may feel like their judgment may be good, they love you, they gonna tell you, but at the same time, like they don't know, they're not that established or settled to be able to relate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to call somebody that's not in a relationship, that's not doing what I'm doing, or for advice, because you can't relate. So I feel like you're going to either give me bad feedback or come up with some type of bogus answer just based off envy or maybe jealous of what I got going on.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more with that, man. So that's real, man. That's real. Like I said, I think that plays a pivotal role in relationships, period, but especially in our culture, man, because we see it all the time, bro. People running to social media. Oh, my man done did this, exposing DMs, and it's like, bro, for what? Like, why do we do that though? Why do y'all think we expose people, expose DMs? I just seen somebody do this, and it was on a blog site, and they were like, oh, this person done jumped in my DMs and said this and that, and I'm like, bro, this was a private conversation. Like, why are you exposing a private conversation? And they turned it around on me like, oh, I can't believe you telling me how I'm supposed to feel. I ain't telling you how to feel, bro. I'm just asking a question. Like, why are you exposing a private conversation?
Attention.
And people don't respect privacy anymore. It's like social media, they feel like everything needs to be out. But me personally, when it comes to like my close relationships, I have a big pet peeve about that. Like friendships, intimate relationships, family. If we get into a disagreement about anything and it hits social media, that's like a no-go for me. Like, yeah, I can't deal with that.
Feel that.
That's a real deal.
Yeah, private life, happy life, bro. You know, that's all I got to say, man. For real, it matters, bro. You know, nobody wants their business out. If they do want it out, they'll put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Give people an option or give them the chance. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it for them. Or it's just like you're trying to expose them to hurt them. Or even you even more foolish for exposing them instead of fucking with them.
Exactly.
So like, who's really the dummy? Like, okay, I got caught, but you the dummy for still fucking with me. So who's the dummy? So after you don't expose me, I'm gonna expose you for still fucking. Look at the dummy, y'all. Yeah, she still fucking.
Nah,
with me. So,
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's
That's
crazy.
so true. Because I've seen, and I'm sorry, but this is just being 100. I see women do it more than anything, and I'm like, I see a girl expose her dude, dog him out on a long behind post,
God.
and then 2 weeks later you taking a picture with him. Oh, this is my boo. I love him, and like, bro, like
they
why?
get no likes.
Like, why, bro?
That's
like,
so embarrassing.
that just so lame to me.
You gotta want more for yourself.
Yeah,
I just don't get it. So, but anyway, man, you know what I'm saying? Please stop exposing DMs. It ain't cool. It ain't cute. Like, stop, man. But anyway, now we finna get on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen one of y'all clips, and I did watch some more of another episode as well. But this is something that definitely stuck with me. Y'all asked, is Valentine's Day for both man and woman, or is it just for the woman? Like, what made y'all think of that, first off?
Because that was like a debate. Like, it was a debate going around saying, like, who is Valentine's Day for? So, you know, we decided to make it, like, a topic on the podcast. And personally, I feel like it's for both. Like, I would not do something for my man on Valentine's Day.
Same. And I mentioned this on our podcast. If Valentine's Day is for women, what day do y'all have?
If you're not a father.
What?
We ain't got no day.
Exactly.
We don't.
So
Valentine's
It's Lover's Day though. That's what
It's Lover's
He said
Day.
it's Lover's
You know what I'm
Day.
saying? So if you're not in a relationship, like, is Valentine's Day still celebrated?
yes. Last
So
year,
you got
Wait,
so do you have to love them or do you have to just be fucking with them?
I feel like Valentine's Day can be a personal day. It could be for family. Like the thing I mentioned, like growing up as a kid, my dad always got me, well, my stepdad, that's my dad, but he always got me something for Valentine's Day. So I feel like it doesn't have to be about like being in love, because there's a difference of being in love and just loving. I feel like it's a day of love. Like if you're single and you're not talking to or dating somebody, then that day can be about loving yourself.
But what about
If you're in a situation.
Yeah.
If you're in a situation.
or not even in a situation? If you have emotion, I'm just being real.
So are you asking, are you supposed to get a gift?
are you supposed to give a gift? Are you supposed to receive a gift? Like, it goes back to the expectations.
Are you setting expectations though?
But I'm saying, so you maybe you not setting expectations, but I guarantee you, fucking with a woman for 2, 3 months, 4, 5 months, it's Valentine's Day, next Tuesday, something is going to be
It's how
expected.
deep are y'all into that? And like, at the end of the day, if we've been talking for like 3 months, then would you like not wanna? Because in my head, we talking for 3 months, and I feel like it's something that's been consistent, and we've been talking every single day. In my head, I'm like, okay, I'm doing something for him for Valentine's Day because I'm digging you at this point.
All right. So okay, let's say you get him something. What if he don't get you something? Is that a red flag? Or are you like, bro, I'm done, or what you doing? You sticking it out?
Crickets.
Crickets.
All that expectation shit went away.
I'm telling you.
No, because I feel like it depends. It depends because
Nah. Wait. What it depend on though? So like you already said, okay, y'all together 3 or 4 months. You in your head, you like, man, I'm finna get him something. But he been acting good. He been doing what he supposed to do. I'm finna get him
my question
something.
would be like, why would do you not believe in Valentine's Day or something? Like, is this not your thing or something? I want to know, like, you got to have like a valid.
So what if
It gotta be a valid.
that's what I'm saying. So what if it's just?
But what if he just like nah, then I'm be like, dang. In my head, I'm be like, dang, maybe he just not feeling me as much as I'm feeling him.
Or
I
what
would
if
love to have a conversation after. Like, I wouldn't be tripping because I'm not a materialistic person. Like, I really wouldn't be tripping. But I'm going to be wondering, like, there's a conversation that I would love to have after you not getting me something. Like, I'm not going to be mad, but
Just why? I want to
Yeah.
know why. Like, do you not celebrate
Why?
Valentine's Day? That's a valid question. Like, is
Okay.
it not a
Yeah.
thing? Maybe he never experienced Valentine's Day. Nobody ever done it for him. He don't know. Like, my parents, growing up, my mom and my daddy always got me something for Valentine's Day, my mama.
Wow.
So, like, I just want to know, like, maybe that's not a thing. He don't know. Maybe he's learning what love is. So maybe I can introduce this to him. Like, okay, well, this is what I like to do on Valentine's Day. So next Valentine's Day, he can come with it, you know? So
Is it a
just
thought that
conversation.
count as far as the gift, or they got to come with it?
Thought that count.
yeah.
Because I feel like
love
the
thought-
small things, like if you listen to me, like if it's something that I talked about, or like if you just listen to me and it's something like, I'm like, okay, he listens, you know?
Okay.
It don't got to be big. You don't got to go all out. Just thoughtful.
Me personally, I feel like it doesn't even have to be a gift. Like, quality time means a lot to me. So if we just spending quality time together and it's like a day plan, then that's a gift to me.
That's dope. Okay. That's respectable. I got it. I can ride with that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's real.
So how do y'all feel? Like, okay, so say for instance, you've been talking to a person or dating a person for a couple, I say 4 months, and Valentine's Day is coming around. Do you feel like they should get a gift, or do you feel as if Valentine's Day should be celebrated? Like, this has become an everyday person in your life.
I
You
do.
think so?
My outlook on it is, I'm always do something for my woman. I've always been like a romantic type of guy, so I'm gonna always do something. Whether it's just a rose, a bouquet, whether I'm, going the extra mile, I'm always do something just to show you I appreciate you. But at the same time, I'm gonna show you that throughout the year anyway. I ain't just gonna do it on one day. I made a post about that maybe like 2 years ago. Like, bruh, if your girl or your man only getting you something on Valentine's Day, Christmas, and your birthday, that love ain't real, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said that years ago. So, me personally, I'm gonna always give something. I'm gonna always show you I love you and I care for you. So that's how I look at it. Even if we've been together 3-4 months, I'm gonna do something.
I agree. It should be celebrated. You should be. I feel like even if I'm not looking for nothing in return.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I may not. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you expecting though?
But after 3-4 months?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Facts.
I don't expect.
Because in 3 or 4 months, I know for a fact I done did.
Yeah.
It ain't necessarily about, I done did all this and that. It's just like, if not, like, what's your reason? Do you not value me in that light? You get what I'm saying? What's
I
going
don't
on?
know. Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, like I'm dead serious because like every chick I've ever been with, even including my wife, like I've never expected anybody to give me anything because I don't know, man. Like, I'm just different.
Even like, it didn't have to be a gift, but like she said, like, just, it can be you cook me a dinner. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to show that you appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. That's it. And, you know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, on Valentine's Day, you come home hard day of work. Oh, what's up? You got some burgers and fries, and you ain't getting no ass that night. You mean tell me, I'm all right, babe?
I mean, I'm being 100, man. My wife, she go all out anyway. Like I don't never expect nothing, and my wife, she gonna blow my mind every time. But even in past relationships, like I've never honestly expected anything. If you do it, cool, because the women I've always been with, they've always showed me appreciation throughout the duration of our relationship. So if I'm just looking for you to do something on this special day, then what does that really say about our relationship, kind of? You know,
because I feel like a lot of people don't do. I feel like it's not a lot of people that doing things throughout the year, and it's more people that's not doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's only not simple, but a small few that's showing appreciation, love, and buying, giving gifts throughout the year versus holidays, birthdays. So for the ones that's only doing it on certain days, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be expected. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you ain't gonna be expecting it because it's Valentine's Day once a month, twice a month, or every 3 months, or whatever the case may be. But some people ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna be birthday, holidays, you know, or special occasion, anniversary.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm expecting something, but it's just like
Just that appreciation, just, you know, so I get that.
I mean,
get that.
yeah, because 3-4 months, that's a long time to be talking and we just was going.
So okay, let me ask y'all this then. What if y'all go crazy, just go all out? You know what I'm saying? You done bought the person like whatever, like something crazy, either expensive or just extravagant, and they just give you something like real simple. Are you gonna feel like, dang, bro, this?
No, because it ain't. It's not planned. Maybe I'm just thinking bigger that day. Like maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm a big gift. Like I like to give gifts, so it's just like that falls back on me not being materialistic.
Just knowing the person, like knowing what they like. I feel like if you like something, you ain't tripping. Like it can be the smallest thing that you like. You know what I'm saying? Like socks, boxers, you know, essentials for men. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got me some t-shirts, drawers, or whatever case may be.
I like heels.
Just don't give me something that I don't like. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's it.
So what if you get something that you don't like for Valentine's Day?
Like you don't know me as a
gonna
person.
say
I'm like, dang, like.
But 4 months though, that's too soon.
I mean, you said what?
4 months, you can't be like, oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like in 4 months, you don't pay attention to me, know what I like, know how I dress, know how I carry myself. I'm telling you, I like this.
It's the same man that said it's a thought that counts.
Yeah, but I'm grateful.
I'm messing with you, bro.
I'm grateful.
Said I'm grateful.
Grateful,
But I'm finna complain about that bitch. But I don't like this bitch, boy.
I want to know what made you do that. If you know I wear this, or if you know I like this, or if you know what I mean, it's just.
He said, "What made you do this?"
Thank you.
Oh man,
Like
damn man.
Not what made you do that.
I feel you.
I'm like y'all said. You gonna wanna have a conversation like what you was thinking in this process.
Bro, looking at the drawers like, damn, bro, this ain't even my size.
That's another thing. Like, so now were you rushing? You know what I'm saying?
Last minute.
Yeah, did you have time to look and see what size underwear I wear or what size t-shirt I wear? Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
Woo!
Damn it, man.
Not where you rushing.
Oh, man.
I done got the wrong side.
That would be messed up though. But then that's gonna make me think,
I'm
damn,
like,
bro, what these draws for somebody else? Bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now I'm feeling crazy. Like, bro, like I'm a large, bro. This is
Extra medium, bro.
Bro, must be little. What going? You know I can't wear these.
Oh, boy.
You got size 8, no, I'm a size 10. Some ain't adding up. So it's just like,
I'm crying.
you know, wrong roster.
He said wrong roster.
That's funny.
Right playing, wrong man.
So I gotta ask though. So do y'all believe in y'all believe in gender roles as far as like relationship or marriage?
I don't. I feel like whatever the situation that upholds that y'all in, you know what I'm saying? What makes sense for y'all? Work shifts, the timing that y'all have. You get what I'm saying? Because it don't make sense to put a burden on somebody if they're not able to fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna want you to cook dinner. I want my girl to cook dinner. I'm not talking about you. I don't want you to cook dinner for me. But how can I want my girl, wife, significant other to cook dinner for me if I get off? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get off, now you got to cook dinner. I've been off 2 hours. I could have cooked dinner. You get what I'm saying? Or even if she make more money than me, I don't have a pride. Like, okay, we going to do this. We're going to do with my chick. This we're going to do with your chick. And whatever extra we have, like, you know what I mean? Just compromising. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you do truly love someone, like y'all was saying, genuine, you gonna compromise and make it work. You know what I mean? Because this not me, this not you. This is our house. Like shit got to get taken care of. Bills got to get paid, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So what way are we going to go to help us? Not to help you, not to help me, but to help us and to help these kids.
Period. I feel like a relationship is a partnership at the end of the day. So I don't believe in gender roles. And I also, I think Fantasia and her husband, they got a book out, and it's called like No Crowns in My Castle or something like that.
I heard of that. I've heard of that.
And I actually want to read the book because I like agree. Like I feel like at the end of the day, it should be like a partnership. Like what can we do to make this household a home? You know. So yeah.
And we both wear crowns.
Yeah.
And I was just about to say that too. Like, you know, me and my wife, you know, it's no gender roles, man. Like the way we look at it, you know, we discuss stuff, you know. So it's like, hey, are you able to cover this, and then I can cover this, yeah, or hey, what's the compromise? And same thing with Bruh said, you know, me and my wife, we both wear the crown in the house, you know what I'm saying? And it was funny. I was getting ready for bed one night, and then, you know, my wife, she always wears her little bonnet or whatever to sleep, and then I always put my little thing on too to hold my dreads, and I'm like, dang, you know, I'm adjusting my crown and she wearing her crown, and I started thinking, I'm like, dang, you know, she respects, you know, I call it my lion, the little lion mane, whatever. So I said, dang, you know, she respects mine. I have to respect hers, you know, as a woman too, because, you know, we never really think about it. Like we think about it as a king, you know, as a king. I'm the king of the household, but you also got a queen over here as well, and she wore her crown, so you got to respect her crown and what she brings to the table. So I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, dang, you know, I'm wearing my crown, she wearing hers, you know, so it was kind of dope.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, like I say, man, just compromising, making it work. You know what I mean? Skill set, you know, of course you're going to be the handyman in the house, take care of whatever needs to be fixed, and, you know what I'm saying, she can cook, take
The only
care
thing
of
I want my man to do is take out the trash.
Yeah.
Please take the trash out. That's it.
I'm
too
not
hard.
a
But we
gender
got-
role type of person, but yeah, the trash.
Please take the
Please
trash
take
out.
it out.
That's it.
I guess
I
because
got
in
you,
my
man.
house, like
I can pump my own gas too. Just take out the
I pump
trash.
the gas though. I do pump gas though. Anytime, even if I ain't driving, I'm pumping the gas.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just always do that though.
Yeah, I mean, you should always pump the gas, open the door, and I feel like, you know, even getting the routine of getting gas to get, like, in the beginning of the week, you know what I'm saying? Going in, hey, let's go to the store, fill your car up, fill my car up, you know what I'm saying? You know, be straight for the week, whatever the case may be, you know, or my lunch getting made for the week or for the day or whatever, you know what I mean? Just making it easier on the next person, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, I feel like you do supposed to take a load off a person, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if what I may need done, you know, is more time consuming for me, and it may not be more time consuming for you. So, like, I may be able to do what you need me to do in my schedule, or what's like perfect time for me. So let's just help each other out. You go pick up the kids because I'm on this side of town. I cook because I'm getting off an hour and a half early, or I go in and iron the clothes for the week or wash. I get a load on. So when you get home, you got to cook, clean, wash dishes, whatever case may be. If I can do all of that, by the time you get to the crib, it's done.
yeah. That's better than
real.
just putting like, okay, you do this and I do this. Like it's just easier to work together. I feel like.
That's
Yeah.
That's facts.
And what needs to be done, because, I mean, like I say, at the end of the day, dishes need to be washed, food need to be cooked. At the end of the day, who's going to do it? Now, we
Okay.
arguing about who's doing it.
Yeah.
We arguing about who's doing it. Well, let's both get in there cooking if it's a problem. Now, we both mad cooking. How about that?
Not the food days.
No. We ain't wasting no money.
All right, that's real though. That's real. I respect that.
So, I mean, just everything I feel like just comes with just growth. And, you know, and everybody don't think how we think. So we may be in the 5%, we may be in the 10%, we may be the top tier people that have a different mindset than outlook. You know what I mean? Hopefully, after viewers, you know, looking at this episode, have a different perspective and also kind of want to take some type of accountability. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't perfect. We ain't sitting up here talking like we perfect. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what we talking about is how we break down and how we going about our relationship situations, or how our train of thought. You know what I'm saying? So these are 4 people, individuals sitting here with 4 different perspectives, whether we agree or not. But that's how they break down things, and that's how they get through to make their situation work.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's real. Okay. Hey man, I don't blow my mind today. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I like that. I like
today.
that. You talking about came with it today?
The pizza help. Everything.
Nah, man. Nah, but I definitely gotta ask this though. You know, we in Black History Month. You know, some of our greatest leaders have always preached, you know, togetherness, whether that's, you know, as a people or in relationships. You know, how do you think Black love could improve? Or like, what do you think could help Black love improve?
Just showing. Oh, you know, go ahead.
Go. No.
Just showing support, man. I mean, it don't necessarily have to be for a greater cause. Just showing support. You don't have to reap anything from showing support. You know what I'm saying? I feel like us showing support to each other, loving each other as a culture, as an individual, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's supposed to be versus tearing each other down, being negative, you know what I'm saying? But no uplifting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because, you know, we all have friends, you know what I'm saying? And our friends may joke in a way instead of them saying, and you know, you gonna check your stuff before you leave the crib, you know what I'm saying? You go, oh, this shit together. I know my shit, this, you know, you might go somewhere, oh, this ain't on point. To them, you may not like it. But so I'm looking at you like you a hater. Like, why not say I look nice versus give me a negative comment and I'm just playing, but in reality, you like this shit for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But why not be like, girl, you look good. Or, bro, you got that shit on. You know, so you may be like, oh, boy, them shorts too small or something, but you can't even fit them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, like it's a truth in every joke, but like let's practice uplifting each other. Let's practice calling each other. Hey, bro, I don't want nothing just checking on you, see on your day with versus calling. Well, you seen what's on Instagram? You seen what's on Facebook? You seen such like let's practice what we preach. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. So I mean, if you're doing that just through our peers, it's gonna be easier to do with your mate. You know what I'm saying? Your future soulmate, whatever, because you've been doing it and been practicing it. You know what I'm saying? So. And you're going to want to surround yourself around genuine people. You know what I mean? You're going to know if it's genuine or real, if it's not. You know what I mean? I'd rather save our friendship, you know what I'm saying, versus tarnishing it, you know, with false feelings or not being honest, not being real.
I like that.
I would agree though, because it's so easy to be negative or put negativity out there. I catch myself all the time. Like I really don't like negativity, so like I always catch myself whenever something negative is about to come out of my mouth. So I would agree, because I do have my moments where I'm like, niggas ain't shit, like saying stuff like that, and it's just like, nah, it's some good men out there, it's some good guys out there. So just being positive about love in general, or just our culture in general, we need more positivity, and know that it's like genuine Black love out there. Don't take what you see from social media and base it upon like your own experience.
And that's what it is. That's the issue of it. Yeah.
I would say self-accountability and self-love, because I feel like you cannot pour out what you do not have. So if you don't know who you are as a person, if you've never done any self-work, if you've never healed yourself, if you've never got to know yourself, then how can you love anybody else? How do you know what that you don't know? You can't do that because you don't even know who you are as a person. So I would say take accountability and take some time to yourself. I feel like the biggest problem with our generation is we're so afraid to be alone, or we're so afraid to be by ourselves to go heal, because we feel like we're missing out on something when you're not. Like you're getting yourself together so that when you do come together with somebody, whether it's like a platonic relationship or not, or a romantic relationship, like you're going to be the best version of yourself so you can pour into this person so that the relationship itself can be better.
I like that. I love that. I love that actually, because one of my heard a wise man say the reason why people hate to be by themselves is because when you're by yourself, you have to look yourself in the mirror and you have to now deal with the person that you are. And a lot of people don't even love themselves, so it's like you want somebody else to love you and appreciate you when you don't even, like you said, you can't even reflect that. Another thing as well, you know, I think when it comes to how we can improve is just having real conversations, being honest. And you know, people love to say communication is the number one thing in a relationship. I don't think so. I think it's comprehension.
Yeah.
You got to be able to comprehend what somebody's saying. Like I can listen to you all day, baby. This is how I feel. This is what I'm going through. But if I'm not comprehending like what you're really saying, then ain't nothing gonna change. So I think comprehension is the biggest thing in any relationship, but definitely in Black relationships for sure.
And getting it all out, man. I feel like I was watching some podcast. I don't know if it was Drink Champs or something, or maybe it was I Am Athlete. I don't know, but he was just saying him and his wife, they have like a grace period. Either it's 30 seconds or a minute if they arguing, talking about something, like get it out. You dog me out, cuss me out, whatever. Like we finna get it out. No, it was
Pac-Man.
It was Pac-Man Jones.
Pac-Man said that.
It was actually Pac-Man Jones. So it's like I'm gonna give you opportunity to say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I want to incorporate that because like if we having a discussion and you still feel it's okay to feel some type of way about it. You know what I mean? But don't let it be to the point where it's hindering you from doing the norm. You know what I'm saying? If you still got, because I ain't say I'm real big on holding grudges, but I want to be able to say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? And something may still be bothering me, but I want to be able to say it without you taking it a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to tell me something without me taking it. You know what I mean? And you're entitled to feel how you feel. I'm entitled to feel how I feel. Yeah. So now after we've said these things, okay, I get what you're saying. You get what I'm saying. This is why I feel that way. This is why you feel that way, because ain't nobody feeling or thinking that way, because whether if it's me, past relationships, whether it's something you got going on now, like it's a reason. So let's get to the root. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I feel like this is because I'm insecure or I have trust issues because this. Okay, so what I did was triggering you. Now I know not to do, now I know to call before I leave. Now I know to text you when I land because I don't want to be triggering you to thinking I'm doing something I don't have no business doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Teach me how to love. Teach me how to love you as well. Because I'm not going to know everything about you. You're not going to tell me everything about you, especially the first 3 or 4 months, whatever the case may be. So it may be some things you may not even know about me. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, and you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give you the cheat code to how to deal with me.
No, that's real. I heard Kirk Franklin say on an interview about a year or two back, and he said him and his wife have been together for, I think, 20, 30 something years. And he said something that really stuck out to me. He said, as long as I've been with my wife, we'll never stop getting to know each other. We'll never stop, because every day is different. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to truly know that person. You know, every day something could change over the years, but you got to be able to, like I said, communicate and comprehend, what's being said. Like with me and my wife, if we ever get into an argument or debate, we say take 5. You know what I'm saying? Take 5, that means, hey, you go your way, I go my way, and then we'll come back and then we'll talk about it later. You know what I'm saying? Because that helps us, though. Because I can turn it up. You know what I'm saying? She can too. She a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? So she a real bull. You know what I'm saying? She a real bull. So she could turn up too. But, that's one thing that I think helps us, because, I'll go for a walk or I'll go for a drive. I'll come back. Okay, cool. Now we can talk. Now we can get to the bottom of it. But yeah, you got to be able to have that, in a relationship, though. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be going at each other every single time, and it's never gonna be a resolution. So I think that's very important. So I'm glad you touched on that.
Let's have a solution for when we don't have a solution. You get what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Take 5.
Got to be able to talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Let's come back when we chill, calm. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna feel like they stuck in their ways. Everybody wants to be right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're not all right. True. You may be right in how you looking at it, you may feel like you're right. But in a whole nother light, and somebody else eyes you wrong. Yeah, because you know yourself, so you gonna stand on what you believe in.
Y'all give me hope. Y'all give me hope.
Man,
practice make perfect. Definitely didn't get this way overnight, but just experiences with women. Like I feel like even as men, even as in a couple, I feel like both parties should offer something. Like as far as knowledge, you learning from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's going to be draining to always carry the load on your shoulders to probably make this relationship go, to make this relationship successful. You know what I'm saying? Like I can give, even if I'm giving 75%, like at least give me the 25%, like at least put some forth of an effort to save us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like you say, people change. So 5 years ago, I probably would have said this and that, but 5 years, like now, I'm not. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, my mindset done changed. You know what I mean? People go on journeys, learning new things, trying different methods. Okay, you don't hold me to the same standard because I'm not that same person in the good way. You know what I'm saying? In the good way. I feel like it just comes with knowing like you said, knowing your partner. You know what I mean? Because every year is different. Last year I was probably eating pork. This year I'm not. Okay, I didn't know you was eating pork. You ain't asked me, but you my wife. You know what I'm saying? You ain't realize I ain't
Talking about you ain't asked me.
You know what I mean?
You
Like just being treated. Like I feel like your partner should be your best friend as well, male or female. I feel like a woman should be able to talk to her male about anything, just like she talked to her female. Being able to relate, even if we don't respond in that way of a girlfriend, but being giving her that comfort level to know that you're there for her on all types of levels. She can be vulnerable. Even with men, bro, listen. Men, cry to your girl, let it out. Hug your girl. Tell you love her, because like we walk around being this alpha male, acting like we don't need a hug, acting like we don't need nobody to love us, acting like we don't need to hear it or say it when we do. You know what I'm saying? We take it out on our women, you know what I'm saying? Take it on our girlfriend, but we won't even dare take it out if it was an altercation with another dude. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's bogus. Like, hey, I know I need somebody to tell me I love you, I care about you, I miss you. Like, it's needed, bro. We go, like, it's already hard as a black man, as an individual. So, like, even encourage your bro. I text my bros, maybe Bible scriptures, whatever. Maybe just call, hey, I'm just calling, check up point, you know, I love you, appreciate you, whatever. We need that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're dealing with Monday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? 24 hours, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You know what I mean? Just pick up your ladies, your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Encourage them, support them. You know what I mean? Like, there's strength in numbers. So all of us coming together, being more supportive, being more loving, like it just ends in on a good note. You know what I mean? Make us look better as a culture, because if we not doing that, practicing, how we gonna get respect from anybody or any other race? You know what I mean?
Facts, man. Facts. Dang.
Right.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I think we got down to the bottom of a lot of stuff on this episode, man. Definitely very proud of this episode, man. I think, you know, we gave a lot of good information to the viewers out there. Again, we strongly thank y'all. Thank y'all for sliding in. Thank y'all for sliding through, for real, man. I think, like I said, it's always a blessing when we can get insight, you know, especially from our women, man, because I think that's super important, you know, for us as men, and definitely important for the culture, because again, it starts with us. You know, we say that all the time. It starts with us because it's bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? So I think us coming together, having this type of conversation, and we're going to have more. We definitely going to have more. We're going to be doing Love and Alliance, you know, as often as possible. But, you know, we're going to be giving y'all them gems here and there. So, you know, definitely keep rocking with us. Anything else, man? Y'all got to add?
Because we're important.
We're stronger together.
Yeah, man. Black kings, because, I mean, just... with black kings and black queens, you know, like whoever may have daughters, you know what I'm saying, we have sons, like they look up to us, you know what I mean? Like last night, I know for a fact I was in bed, I'm like, okay, my son mimicked me, what I do. And so I'm in the bed with my feet crossed, and I just start moving my foot, and this man just started moving. I'm just like, okay, it's just a small stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful what we do, you know what I'm saying? So just, you know what I mean, I teach Tyler how to open up a door for a woman and stuff. I mean, just small things, man, just being able to prepare the kids, man, on how to treat a woman, period, whether it's not just your girlfriend, whatever, just treating a woman, because women are delicate creatures, man. They beautiful, you know what I mean? They need love. They need to be cherished, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they're nothing to be treated like a doormat or anything negative. Like, love them, you know what I mean? We need them.
That's facts.
We need our black queens.
Most definitely.
What's a king without his queen?
Vice versa, too. For sure. Because I just feel like black men go through a lot, and y'all don't have, like, I guess it's like y'all always have to be strong, so it's like needed. That love is needed. Positive people around y'all, like, that's definitely needed. So to be like that person, even when it comes to like my brothers, my dad, intimate relationships, like I love love. I always say that. Yeah.
Because they call on us for anything. Brothers, you know, women call on their brothers, or like, you know what I mean, just anything, a male figure, so you just look like, dang, your opinion matter. You know what I mean? I used to be like, my sister called me about something she wearing or something. Like, I don't, but my opinion matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe over her dad's or whatever, maybe over a boyfriend, whatever the case may be. Like, our opinions matter. You know what I'm saying? Forever, your mom won't call you, get your opinion on it. Son, what you think? True. You know what I mean? Because they look to us to turn to. You know what I mean? A strong black male, you know, that, you know, they want that in their life. They need that in their life.
That's real, man.
You know, that's right.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, man. Be sure to follow them, you know, on their Instagram. I'm going to let them tell y'all the Instagram, they're Friends with Influence, their podcast as well. So y'all give them y'all Instagram pages.
I got you with the email.
Okay, so our Instagram is Friends with Influence. That's Friends W Influence, all together, all lowercase.
And then you can find us on Facebook and on YouTube at Friends, capital F, W /influence. And you can also email us for bookings and collabs at friendswithinfluence@gmail.com.
I heard that. That's what's up, man. All right. Well, hey, man. Like I said, keep rocking with us. This is content from Kings and our Queens. This is Black Alliance.